Welcome back, everybody, to the TAVERN Tales 2015 here in Bucharest, at DreamHack Bucharest. I'm your host, Nimsh, and I'm joined here by no one else than Forsen.
The one and only.
The one and only Forsen. And we have a guest caster, Green Sheep. How are you, man?
I'm great.
All right, good to hear. You're very cheerful.
Yeah. Although I lost to someone I respect and someone I practice with, so it's fine.
All right, and this is how it matters. And I want to talk about the groups a bit and about the tournament, because we have a lot of people watching, and maybe not everyone is familiar with the format and what we are doing here. So we are playing the group stages now. Today we had 32 players. Right now we have 16 or even less. We had one group stage. We cut 16 players. Now we have 16 fighting for 8 spots for tomorrow. Best of 5 conquest format. The groups right now, the update is, in the first group, Bekuze won versus Eroth, and Stanislav Sivka won. So Bekuze playing versus Sivka. Eroth actually lost to Tom 6029, so Eroth is out of the tournament. Then a group with Lothar. We've seen Lothar win versus Alesh. There was some amazing matches with a lot of weird stuff happening. And on the other part, Vortex won versus Muri. So we'll have Vortex versus Lothar next. But going for the groups, Logan lost to Maverick, and Chakruna lost to Best Marmota. Maverick and Best Marmota from Team Millennium from France will be playing against each other, even though Maverick is actually from Belgium. And then the last group, Number Guy, Impact. Impact won versus Number Guy, and Skip won versus Powder. Powder is the last player to join the groups. So stacked groups, and 8 of those players will actually advance. What are the prizes?
The prizes?
Yeah, do you remember what are the prizes for the tournament?
I
Money
think it's
prize?
like 5,000 to first place.
4,000 and
4,000?
4,000 for the
And
first place.
50 points.
Yeah, and that's a lot of points.
Yeah, it's like getting rank 1 on a season in Legend. It's pretty good.
Yeah, it's very good. And Green Sheep, what would you do with all those points?
I add them to the points I already have and qualify for Worlds and win.
Do you have good standing right now? I'm not quite sure.
I haven't got a really good standing. I've got about 15 points or something like that.
Okay.
But I haven't had much time to ladder, but I'll be doing that.
That's pretty bad, though, considering I have 10 points, you know. So, yeah.
All right, let's talk about our players. So we are going to see Lothar versus Vortex. And what do you guys know about Vortex? He's the winner of Assembly Finland.
Yeah. Not much more than that. I mean, he has been playing in tournaments. He has been doing quite okay in qualifiers, from what I know. He's not placed high in any tournament since Assembly, I think.
No, I don't think we've seen much of him.
No.
I just remember him being in the Gentleman's Cup mainly.
Yeah.
All right, so Vortex been around, and he is, if I remember correctly, from Netherlands. So he played from the beginning of the game. He had a small break, but then in front of him there is Lothar, just shaking the hand.
Yeah, he's really upset with that that non-existing handshake from Alesh the previous game. Takes every match very serious when it comes to manners, I think.
Yeah, he just loves to shake hands. Maybe it's about asserting dominance, you know. You shake hands with him and he grabs your hand and he crushes it. And then you try playing cards, but he can't.
Yeah, that might be it. So, did you see that? He was actually holding a dice. He was he's actually gonna roll for which starting class, so he can't get mind gamed. You know, it's a pretty common strategy actually. I know that Shaki does it well when he won the King win.
Strifecra is doing this as well.
Yeah,
I saw Impact doing it back then as well.
Yeah, the thing is that if you roll a dice, there's no way you can get mind gamed by your opponent. Like, it's just random, and if you think you are the better player, then rolling the dice is better according to some players like Shaki. That's the math that he got out of it, at least when he tried to do some calculations. And the games are on. It's going to be the Felder Shaman versus the Mech Mage. It's the first time we see Mech Mage. And I think that... did he play Freeze Mage previously? I think so.
Vortex?
And he switched to Mech Mage right now. I think that's quite smart, even though Freeze Mage is stronger, but it is getting countered, as we've seen by a lot of players. Like Alesh adding Armor Smiths into his Get in here deck.
Get in here.
Dank memes.
Oh, man. But now we are going to have the mech wars, and I'm pretty excited about it.
Wow, this is a great starting hand from Lothar here.
He can fix anything.
They only run one drop in this deck, and that's the Cogmaster. They don't run Clockwork, no.
Look at that.
Mech Warp is pretty good as well.
Yeah, but we're most likely gonna see the Cogmaster here into Mech Warper coin Anoyatron. I think that's fair. Would you play anything else here then?
I think he might be debating putting out the Anoyatron just to force the hero power out of the mage, and then next turn he can play the Mech Warper for free.
But then if he has a Frostbolt, that's really bad news.
Yeah.
I like to get the, but it goes for that play. I would probably play the Cogmaster myself, just to assure that you get some value from Mech Warper if he has a Frostbolt. But he's gonna go ahead and he can actually. He doesn't have to ping here actually, but
yeah, he can ignore it for now.
Yeah, there's nothing that can really bite him in the ass here. Like Flame Tongue doesn't do anything here. Like leaving that up and like that Earth Shock though is that's actually really good.
But I don't think we'll see him play it maybe, because then he'll be forced to play the Cogmaster. I guess it's okay.
Yeah, because then he can play Mech Warper and Whirling Sapmatic next turn for 3 mana. I think this is the best play.
I think choose the Earth Shock, the one with the Taunt and Divine
Is there
Shield.
any merit in Earth Shocking the 2/1 to deny the spur part?
I mean, of course there is some value to it, but he decides to go with more of a board control play here, which I think is fine as well.
All right, we're going to see Mad Scientist. So this proves that there are some secrets in the deck, possibly double Mirror Entity if the build is standard. By the way, Lothar in Mech Mage. That's a card that's not always being played. Some people cut it actually. But we didn't talk about the matchup overall. Like, what do you guys think? Who has an edge? Is it like a total mirror match?
It all comes down to the early drop, because like the Shaman player is not running any Lightning Storms, and like if the Mech Mage has board control, you can't basically win that, because he will just blast mage you and like keep removing all the mechs. But if it's the opposite, like both players got really good starts here, but I think the Shaman is favored from this position at least.
I think the Shaman, if they got the 3/2 weapon, would be very favored, because that's just such a tempo swing along with all these mechs, because you can clear around 2 mechs with the weapon and buff your own mech.
Yeah, for sure. He knows that he needs to trade here because of the potential blast mage, so he needs to kill that Anoyatron no matter what. And I do believe that killing it with your Anoyatron is better, and then trading to protect your Sapmatic.
Yeah, definitely.
Even though you don't have a way to play around Mirror Entity, just keeping Zapamatic on board is so good.
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't have any minions next turn anyways, and it's not going to give him immediate value, and he has some turns to draw into something. Next turn he could Totem and Crackle. I mean, it's not the best target to Crackle a Pilot Shredder, but...
Ragnaros. So this is a version with Ragnaros.
I don't like playing an Anoyatron here. I think
I think it doesn't have much impact on the board.
Yeah, the ping is not... I mean, what is he going to do next turn? If he pings, he can't play anything. He can't play anything if he pings again.
Yeah, but on the other hand, he is stopping this Zapamatic.
Nope.
Not anymore.
He's going to get 6 damage in.
Yeah. And if that is... Oh, that is a heal. That is insane.
That's actually so good.
Yeah, so we're going to see Rockbiter and trade with the Mech Warper here. And the Mech Warper is going to get health back as well. So it's going to be at 3 health.
Vortex just shaking his head.
Yeah, and now it's like he has to play Lothar.
He's in the same position as he was last turn.
Yeah.
He can't deal with it.
I definitely think that the the Pilot Shredder was the better play there. Playing Curve, like that's really important. So Lothar is coming down here.
Zapamatic, by the way, is such an amazing card.
A Frostbolt would not be bad to top deck here, together with the Pilot Shredder.
Oh, Doomhammer is pretty good as well.
Doomhammer is
just
super
equip
good
that
here.
and just go face.
Because you know your opponent has a mirror entity, so you can just play the Doomhammer and go face, and you'll have lethal in actually like next turn almost.
You've got a lot of reach with the
Crackle.
Yeah.
That's 4 plus
he can roll for a totem as well, and it's 1 in 3 to get spell power.
Well, he might also draw something else. Like
there's a lot of damage, direct damage in the deck.
Even if you don't draw anything, like you have a lot of turns to draw into something good.
Yeah, so now it's 6 plus the Crackle. So it's actually possible lethal here. I think you want to roll for a totem here. Because you can play a
Yeah.
Neutron next turn.
Yeah, Totem is fine. You don't even have to
Yeah,
crackle, really.
he's not gonna play the Neutron because he would have played it before he attacked with Doomhammer to kill it off.
All right,
It's a 1-1.
is he going to to get the courage? There is no point not to crackle, I guess.
I think he would do it.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
You're going to win with the weapon next turn anyway.
YOLO swag 420 or no balls, Lothar.
Come on, Lothar, is it
he has
six?
he has
Oh!
that he hesitated
Free.
too long. You have to do that instantly, you know.
Yeah. You have to have confidence in it.
So now Vortex needs to get a taunt.
Oh, it's a fireball.
He can still get it with the spare parts, or
Yeah.
he can.
Or he can ping the shredder, I guess.
What he can do is he can swap the health of the mech warper and get a something from the
Vortex,
shredder.
fireball to face is not the play, Vortex. Don't do this.
Yeah, I mean I would.
Yeah, I think just try and get the healing totem.
What you can ping it?
Yeah.
What the
I
fuck?
think he's just given up already. Or Doomsayer.
That's actually interesting, but it's not
doesn't
enough.
do much though.
Doesn't much. Well, at least we got a Doomsayer from Pilot Shredder, so that RNG is out of the way, and Lothar is going to say
I mean, if
game
that
over
was a
one.
vitality totem or a taunt, he would have survived.
Yeah.
And
What's happening with those players? They're just throwing games.
I mean,
Not
Yeah,
trusting their
I
RNG.
wouldn't call that a throw. I would call that
I
a
mean,
minor misplay.
I
But
think it
you
was
know,
1 in 63, but you have to take your chances.
yeah, it's
He
a
knew
lot
it-
on the line.
He knew that he wanted to push it with fire, and he did.